Thrilled to have here for the first time this week a retiree. We have not had that, but now we do. He is the longtime head coach of the New Orleans Saints, Super Bowl winner, and here, care of Zebra Technologies. Good to see you, Sean Payton.
That sounded a little...
What?
Just the retiree.
You don't like it, do you?
But it just sounded different.
Did it?
A little bit,
It sounds weird, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, because you don't strike me as one, although Ron Rivera was just here, and he said for me to tell you that you already look 20 years younger, is what he said.
I'll take it.
This is what he said. Tell Sean, I saw a picture of him, and he already looks 20 years younger.
I'll take it. I think it's California.
No, but I obviously my tongue is firmly planted in cheek, but I just have to figure, knowing the grind, knowing what the grind is, because it is that, no matter how much fun you may have at the job.
Yeah.
The fact that you woke up the day after your press conference and you probably didn't have to find out what's going on at the Senior Bowl and figure out what might be on the draft board and what's going on for the new league year. And you could take some time off, but you knew that was always waiting for you.
Yeah.
I wonder what that was like for
you. It was different. We did spend some time away. The first thing is, man, I want to, get my office cleared out.
Yeah.
For Dennis.
Yeah.
I want to do that. I've got to return this car I'm driving. At some point, Mickey says, "Hey, take it as long as you need it." And then right away when he says that, I'm thinking, is that a month's? Is that a day's? Is that a week? Like, how would you look at that?
Crucial information.
Take it as long as you need it. What would you say?
Give it back as soon as you can.
But you need it forever. But you need it forever.
No, I know,
you need a car.
I know.
So it's certainly inside 30 days.
Yeah. Yeah, I would agree.
6 months.
I would agree.
It's inside 30 days. I mean, the uncomfortable where they're like, "Coach, where's the car at?" I think that's coming after like 4 months or 3 months. So inside 30 days.
Just,
right?
Clock's ticking. Clock's ticking.
Yeah, just normal things like that relative to getting adjusted. We traveled out here. We're looking around at maybe some possible places to live.
Out here?
Yeah.
In L.A.?
Out here in California, I think.
Okay, very good.
So each little... It's funny, when you get an Uber here...
Yeah. Yes.
When you get in an Uber here and you bring the topic up, they're all over the board. Like, yes, last night was our "you have to live in Pasadena" Uber.
Okay.
And now on the way home, we're somewhere somewhere today. You're going to get the Manhattan Beach Uber. Okay. You can't.
Yes.
And it's fascinating to hear the reasons why.
You haven't gotten the City of Industry Uber yet?
No, I haven't.
I don't think you're going to get in that Uber. No offense to the City
ride.
of Industry. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say stuff like that. Oh my God. All right, I'm going to open the door here, and this is not a good door for me. What is your Uber rating, Sean Payton?
I have a good Uber rating.
Do you know what it is?
I have no idea. I know.
Do you have your phone on you?
Yeah.
Okay. That's what you do.
No, the phone.
This is great.
You got the phone? You got your phone? Okay.
Yeah,
here we go.
can get the phone.
Here we go. Would you, Chris? Just walk over. Here we go.
Right over.
Just look at it.
It's totally fine.
All right.
Man, this better be good, really.
Well, I mean, this is it. We're on now
is,
because you seem like, again, if you're a talker, so it's good, and I'm sure it's going to wind
so
up.
they
fine.
actually rate us. Here.
Yes, I know. So
help me out here.
Let me get it. Here we go.
This is fantastic.
All right.
I just handed him.
Hold on. First of all, let me text Dennis Allen. You're not getting the car back. Go to hell. All right. No.
Rich, can we tell Coach why we're bringing this up?
No,
and
we
why
will.
this is
We'll bring
a
it
point
up.
of contention here?
Sean Payton's Uber rating is a sterling 493.
Is that a good rating?
That's a great rating.
I don't know.
That's a good rating.
Yes, Coach. It's a good
All right,
rating,
so
Sean.
honestly,
yes.
no. Look, I'm not. When I don't get a lot of 4.9s out of 5s, and I think part of that is like when you coach in New Orleans.
Yes. Yes. Right. I'm sure. Who's not going to give you?
Well, that's what I mean, though.
Can you
So
give
I need
me
to look
six?
at.
Can I give you 6
I need
stars?
to look at an out-of-state Uber rating.
That's
to
true.
be fair.
That's true.
But in-state, it's. I want to know what happened to the point. Like, there's 0.7 there's some meat left on the bone. I'm upset about. I'm like that kid that expects a perfect grade.
Oh, all right, put it up. Show Sean Payton what my Uber rating is, and I have no idea how the hell this is happening, Sean. At
455.
I take that as my 40 time.
Man.
Zebra. By the way, Zebra, if you could set that at 455 for this year's run, that would be great. But
You're going to run a 455 in the 40. It's just going to be at some point.
by the 25-yard line.
It's just at some point.
That's when I hit that. Is right around the 25.
That's what we use these Zebra chips for. We put this chip in your gear, and we do this now at the Senior Bowl. We do it at all the All-Star games.
Yeah.
Combine players in the Super Bowl will have these chips in their shoulder pads.
There you go.
And we chart all the information we need.
Yeah, I had them I literally had them in my suit.
In your gear.
And no, they put it in one year was in my suit pocket, and another year now they're actually taping it onto my damn shoulders of my
And it's the
dress
same.
shirt.
It's the same as when we swipe an item at the store, and it's Zebra because of the barcodes.
Oh, great! That's right. Okay.
And so the little barcodes that you have on every product that's in here.
Yeah.
And you guys have a lot.
Yes, we do.
When you swipe and gather the information, that's essentially what we're doing here.
So, can it help my Uber rating? Because clearly, I don't know. I mean, I have been talking to everybody, finding out about their lives, and just and it doesn't budge. I don't know what's
There's
happening.
a level to your humor that I think you've got to figure out how we tone down, like how we just come off because it's witty, it's quick.
Thank you.
And
appreciate it.
It's outstanding.
Thank you.
I don't know that it's appreciated in your Uber rides.
So I've got to get more calm in my denominator. Is that what you're saying, Sean?
Well, the numbers tell us that.
Numbers don't lie. 455. There it is.
What was the single star for after that?
I don't know. It's just like saying hey,
step it up.
Yeah, no, not step it up. Just like trying to dress it up. Like here, well, at least to give you 1 star. I don't
felt
know.
like that was an attaboy. Our players would get game balls. We give out game balls, and then we give out attaboys. And the attaboys are good job here on this play.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Attaboy, Rich.
Thank you, TJ. Appreciate the attaboy. I've got Sean Payton here, care of Zebra Technologies, here on the Rich Eisen Show. Okay, so when did you start thinking that, maybe I need to step away a little bit?
Towards the end of the season. It was a difficult season. Obviously, everyone in the league went through another year of COVID. Yeah. And for some team, I would say probably a little bit more challenging this past season than the year before. We lost more players. We played the Dolphins in a game where there were 23 roster players out in one game. Mm-hmm. I met 2 players in the locker room on game day that were getting fitted for their gear and were playing that night. Mm-hmm. And they had arrived on a flight. And
wow.
So that was unique. But I think probably during the course of the season, we had one of those teams that was cool to be a part of. Won 9 games and, had a lot of challenges, adversity, and came close to getting in the playoffs. We needed the Rams to beat San Francisco right at the end there. And we played the Falcons at the very same time, and we're winning that game. We're getting an update. The Rams are up 17-0. 49ers are moving back. And by the time our game ended, we went into the locker room, and on the TVs throughout the locker room was overtime. Mm-hmm. And it's the first time where, you come off the field with a win, and then all of a sudden the team that we needed to win didn't win. And it was like deflating. And that's how the season ended. It's the first time that's ever happened. That was different.
Right. So put it all together, you're like, now it's time.
Yeah. And I went in, had some pretty good visits with Mickey, and then Mrs. Benson, our owner, was fantastic. She said take some time away, and we did that and came back. And I say this, it's a lot easier to get fired than to leave.
No way.
Yeah, because when you leave, everyone wants to know why. When you get fired, it's like, hey,
it's obvious.
Yeah, thank you. We appreciate you.
Right.
We wish you well. And when you leave, it's especially after that long. It's challenging. People he's leaving, and rarely does a coach get to choose.
Well, I mean, it was also a journey that I was very pleased and honored and thrilled to have pretty much had a front row seat. I was there on the Monday night
Absolutely.
When
first game back.
when you first came back, and Steve Gleason with a moment that's now appropriately captured with a statue in front of the building. I'm getting goosebumps just even literally talking about it.
Yeah.
I was there the night you won your Super Bowl, and you came by the set afterwards. And I extended my hand to shake it, your hand, and you slapped it so hard I could not feel from my elbow down the entire interview that I
got
had
a poor rating.
Yes, you did.
I got like a 3.
You got it. No, we were giving you all sorts of stars. I was there for that. I have been there pretty much every step of the way covering what you're doing. And then seeing you, in your press conference and you talking about it, and then continuing to talk about it, and then talking about it some more. I blew off 2 Zooms that I had set up. You weren't the only one who had to work that day, Sean, but I was like, okay, I got to keep hearing everything that you're saying, because you were so, emotional about it, giving out baked goods like, your
Mrs. Benson.
That's fantastic.
A friend of mine had
Ted Lasso
had just said, hey, your next job is Premier League soccer. and it was like the day of the press conference. And you really, when you're going to talk like that, you want to disappear and just kind of gather your thoughts.
Right.
And I'm like, Kevin, my assistant was great, and he went out and got me some biscuits.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one thing I'd never been able to do is, it was, I struggled with, do you just release a statement? Do you just do a video? And I thought, for me, it's always easier to answer questions and really answer till there aren't any questions. And honestly, the night before you're Google searching, how do you not get emotional during a speech? There's techniques that they can teach you, whether they want you to yawn, squeeze a ball, drink water. There's certain things. And so I had the water, and it was going pretty smooth. And question by question, everything was good. And then it came right at the end where I said, are there any more questions?
Mm-hmm.
And it was silence. And it was like that moment in the Truman Show where it was like, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Right.
And that's when it was difficult.
And it hits it.
Yeah.
Well, the neat thing, though, for you, Sean, is that you could do really whatever you want. I mean, I know I can say that, if you want to say it, fine, but you really could. If you want to get into media, I'm sure people are, you even said it, I
think I want to. And everyone had assumed that, well, he's got this lined up. And so right up and even the day before, I'd call Don, a guy I work with for a number of years. Hey, Don, have any of these people reached out to us? And he said, no, but I'm sure someone will. And that day, and I said it, I don't know what's next. And it's a little uncomfortable, but that's okay.
Okay. So you do want to try media, you think? Okay.
Yeah,
All
absolutely.
Right. What do you want to call games? You want to do studio? What would you
I don't
prefer?
know. That question the other day was asked in an interview, and I really just said, hey, wherever you think I'm better at.
Okay.
I'm not married to any one spot,
All right.
Really.
Right.
So that's kind of exciting. There was that moment 2 days ago, and it doesn't. We don't have to talk about who, where the Uber driver drops me off in front of the studio.
Well, you're in an Uber all the time.
And that was probably where the little ding came from. It was outside Louisiana. I didn't get the same.
The ding.
Yeah, that's where that came from.
That .07 ding.
But he dropped me off, and I sat there, and here I am going in, and I felt like, man, it has been a long time since I felt like, I've got this like new little jacket on and slacks.
Yeah.
And here we go. And went in and visited with a group that was good.
Okay.
It was a good feeling.
Oh, very good. Very good. And if over your right shoulder is a diehard Cowboy fan who's been literally staring at you
Coach.
this entire time. Honestly, just it's making me uncomfortable, TJ.
I'm really into this interview. What do you want me to
honestly,
say?
I don't know if we needed some sort of restraining order. It's a good thing you've got that velvet rope between you and Sean Payton. And you hear all these rumors, I'm sure, quite a bit.
On the very end of it, the last week, we took out kind of a neat front page ad thanking the city. Yes. It was just a picture.
It was awesome.
Then there was a little Mardi Gras in there. It's been a great ride. We'll see you on the neutral ground. And most people wouldn't know that that's like the median. Or when you ride in a Mardi Gras parade, you'll tell somebody, I'm going to be on the neutral ground side of the float, which would be towards the inner part of the street, or I'm going to be on the sidewalk or passenger side. Mm-hmm. So see you on the neutral ground. And then it's fun. You read the responses. And that was it was kind of, appropriate. And there's one guy down there says, Coach, that's all good. But if you end up in Dallas, this will be kindling for our fire in the evenings. So there's been that, not love-hate, but that fear, because I worked in Dallas for 3 years prior to coming to New Orleans.
Right.
And so it wasn't until 10, 11 years where it kind of went away. Like, when are you going back there, or you're not going back there? But no, listen, I appreciate you. And I kind of felt this same, heat also.
Okay.
A little bit. I kind of
felt it over your right shoulder.
Just a little.
But I had no idea. Could you tell me who sent that kindling tweet? Because I had no idea Jerry Jones had a burner account. Hey. I got to check that out. I had no idea. What is it? At love you, Sean, on Twitter. So what about coaching again? When do you think you might get that itch? What do you think about that?
It certainly doesn't feel like retirement. It's just really a change. I'd like to see. I'd like to see how well I can do with this, because I think if I can do well at this, I'll live longer.
The TV thing?
Yeah, then coaching. There's a grind to the coaching.
There's a grind to the coaching, but I've seen so many coaches go from your position to television. It never leaves you, man. It never leaves you.
Yeah.
I see Mariucci on the sidelines. He's got his hands on his hips, and he'll go right up to the ref and hit him right on the hip. His hands on his knees, and go right. What are you seeing out there? And it's just like, I'm like, Mooch, you don't have a challenge flag in your pocket to throw. You know what I'm saying? But
I felt that when we had a game this year against Tampa where I had COVID, and so I was home watching, and you're throwing stuff at the TV screen and yelling at Dennis or yelling at whoever.
It'll never leave you.
Yeah, I could see that. But I think that in order to do something really well, that you want to dive all into it, and I'm anxious to do that relative to television.
Okay, and we'll see how it goes from there. And are you going to be like one president to the other, leaving a note for Dennis Allen in the office? You're going to leave like one president does after leaving office, leaves a note behind?
I cleaned it real good. Here's what my gift to him.
Yes.
Is it's got a nice bathroom in it, and it's a new office that was built a few years ago, and the shower has, let's say, a normal shower pressure.
Yes.
And I'd met a guy that had gotten me this unique shower head like you see on Seinfeld. My gift to him is
water pressure.
He's going to be blown away. I'm telling you, he is going to be the best thing he's going to, in his first day, if someone really said, what was the biggest thing that you felt like your first day was like at the office, he's going to say the water pressure. Like the head coach had better water pressure than everyone else in the building.
Because you're the head coach. You know how to do it. I love it. So again, Zebra Technologies has been the official on-player tracking provider for the NFL for the last 8 seasons, powering next-gen stats. They have been tracking my run for the last couple of years, I think, for sure.
They're the ones.
And it's been awesome.
Information.
The information, unfortunately, hasn't been awesome, but it is what it is, as they say, for me. And how do you use that? I mean, how is this usable for you?
Let's start with my initial use as a coach for us as an organization was training camp. And when you say, hey, let's back off practice today, what does that actually mean? And we were able to, and we still do, measure, how far a player travels during practice, how far he runs, how much running is he doing compared to walking. And so we can actually put some clear numbers as to what type of practice it was relative to soft tissue injuries.
Right.
And if there's some outliers, one day we saw a Brandon Cooks number of 8 miles relative to the rest of the receivers at 6. How did that happen? And then do we want to make sure we're watching, hey, his warm up or so outliers help us there. Soft tissue, then performance when take these bowl games, for instance, and we're going to watch a Senior Bowl and we're going to try to locate DB. We used to have to look at hey, he's the one with the white sock pulled up. He's the one with the towel. All of it now is just like your music. Give me the snaps of Bill Smith, and then boom, they all show up because he's got his own device. So that's made it very efficient. In season, us being able to sort through where players are lining up most of the time. When you guys watch the game and we see he traveled 22 miles an hour, that's fine. but also how many times he's been on the field and he's been in the slot. There's things that just save you time and it makes it a little bit more efficient.
Love it.
And then eventually they're in the footballs already. But when the ball, goes out of bounds on the punt in the air.
So we're not going to just get some guy like who's
that's
like
my
that.
favorite. Like
every time I see the ref spot the ball on a punt, I think of, if you ever see The Price is Right, the yodeler that goes up the
no question,
the cliffhanger game. It just feels like they should use that cliffhanger music as the guy just goes straight up.
Yeah, and then he says stop.
And he says stop. Yeah, it's like The Price is Right.
50 yards away.
Like,
I kind of think that's the angle.
Thank you very much. That's what it is. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate that.
That would be good.
Don't you think that'd be good?
Well, that's what everyone is thinking in their minds when this takes place.
Yes.
Like that's the music we're thinking about when we're when we watch them make that incremental decision as to the ball's right here on the 23.
Are we going to get this to see if we breaks a plane?
It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. There's certain things no one wants to get rid of. The chain thing is pretty cool because look, there is some drama to when the guy puts his thumb on the yard line. And then that's not going away. That's pretty cool. And then
right there.
Yeah.
There is some drama as to where is it going to be.
That's a network. We're keeping that.
Okay. That's it. Okay.
The flag that we throw is a red hanky with an ounce of sand and 2 rubber bands wrapped around the ounce of sand.
Yeah.
And so there's drama to that.
That's drama.
But this punt that goes out of bounds like on a plane. Yeah, we can fix that.
Yeah, we don't need the drama of the guy going down the sideline again like he's the cliffhanger.
And if we're gonna, let's listen to the yodeler then.
That would be good. That would be good. I appreciate that. And so I guess, man,
it's information
forever.
And it's no different than the information when we're sliding things across the counter at an auto parts store. We're tracking product. And we're being more efficient with it. So that's the zebra logo, really. It's the barcode.
All right. So I'm sure, I think Dan did this to you after you retired and you went on his show, giving you the shot at being part of the paparazzi ever. So I'll give you the opportunity to break down Super Bowl 56. Who do you think wins this game?
Yeah,
Sean Payton.
There's a Cincinnati tie for me because I'd coached at Miami of Ohio for 2 years, and the Bengals always allowed us to come watch practice. I just feel like I've gotten to know that family, Mike and Katie and those guys. The Skyline Chili, the Montgomery Inn ribs.
The Grader's
I'm a
ice cream.
Midwestern person. Yeah, the ice cream.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
But I think this is going to be a tough one for them. I think the Rams, if I were picking, I would pick Los Angeles. But I like everyone else, we're rooting for a good game. And leading up to this game, everything has been amazing. These games that we've seen
last 2 weekends,
divisional, and then certainly, divisional is always the best weekend of football. They say because you get those 4 games, and then the championship weekend. Hopefully, this will be a great game, and you've got 2 real good teams that are playing well.
Yeah, I know, and obviously Aaron Donald up front, and that's the potential fault line for the Bengals.
Yeah, absolutely.
But Burrow, I mean, you got to love his swag. I mean,
moxie, right?
You must, in particular, love his
Unbelievable.
swag. I mean, you know what I mean? So
he looks, when he takes his helmet off and he's got like the hair, he looks like a Peaky Blinder.
Yep.
Right?
Sure. He's got that thing going.
He's just got that look like, he's getting ready to cut your throat.
Yeah, I know.
Joe Peaky.
Joe Peaky. Everybody's trying to find a nickname for him.
That's him.
Sean Payton, thank you, sir. Let's stay in touch at Sean Payton on Twitter. Zebra Technologies. Everybody should know more about that. You're the best, man. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you always.
You got it. Sean Payton here
Appreciate
on
you.
the Rich Eisen Show. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.